An important idea with the smallest federated wiki is that the various paragraphs in the story can use a variety of markup languages. And in fact, these come from plugins. And I've been experimenting, and this will have a series of videos showing plugins in use, mostly not because they're that serious, but mostly because they exercise the plugin interface and in some cases show that we still have some more work to do. But I want to show you. Let's start with one. This comes from a calculator I wrote many years ago to work out expenses after a ski trip. This was in 1981, and three engineers. And I was left with a pile of receipts and the obligation to work it out. So I just typed each receipt into a file and then wrote a computer program that would process that file. So wanting to have a simple calculator and show that it would work in the context of smallest federated wiki, I translated that awk script to CoffeeScript, and here's the answer. I've checked it, and it comes out with the same obligations owed each direction. So that's pretty good. First, let me show you what it looks like. This is just one big paragraph, and I can scroll through here. What happens is whenever it sees a fully capitalized word, it says, let's take the running sum and assign it to that variable. So here are different people. I'm figuring out what their balances due are, and kind of divvying it up. Divide by 3, that's one of the few arithmetic operations, and so forth. You know, one of the things that's kind of funny to look at here is just how cheap gas was in 1981. And here's the lift tickets. They're $48. That doesn't sound cheap, but remember that was for a week of great skiing at Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Anyway, well, let me just tamper with that. Let me say it's 1,048, and if I save, then that number's in here, and all the calculations come out a little differently. And you know, it turns out that just computing, you know, an inch behind the screen and having that show up, it fits very nicely into my edit model. In fact, let me show you here. I mentioned that in here. The actual code for the plugin. This is up on GitHub. This emit and bind is the usual thing you do, and as part of emitting the text, I run the text through a subroutine here called calculate, and this calculate routine simply computes the running sum and exchanges 0 for the sum and a sum into a hash every time it finds the word sum. So, I'm sorry, every time it finds a fully capitalized word here. So simple text-driven calculator, and I think that's a model for a lot of different kinds of markups that can have a variety of semantic meanings.